Experience the future of English language teaching with EdTech in the fifth dimension. Here's your host, Mr. Mike Kedu.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Mike, just making my first video now. I just want to welcome everyone, and basically I want to say that I took this initiative mostly to get everyone involved, and because, you know, as an old friend once said, learning together is the best way to evolve. So basically we're going to talk about tools, mindsets, ideas, methodologies, how to use all this in our classroom to get our students engaged when they're learning, you know, their foreign language or their second language. Yeah, for me it's English as a foreign language. I'm a teacher of English. I usually teach young learners, teens, English for academic purposes. I do occasionally do English for specific purposes. So I've got a wide range. I suppose most of the tools and the ideas I'll be sharing, hopefully you'll be sharing, will be targeting young learners. And I thought today, let's start off with something quick and easy. I think we've all moved away from, let's try ChatGPT to see what it comes up with, or let's use Bard to see what it comes up with, or let's use Edge and to see what that comes up with, yeah? So we're talking about GPT, Generative Pre-trained Transformer content, and I want to use it to see how we can use it in our classroom, or ideas how we can use it to either help us to speed up the process of, you know, lesson planning, or even to help us and use and try new things in our classroom. So here goes. So moving along, today I want to talk to you about talking to people in the past. This is a great idea and a great activity which should be used for in class, and basically I got the idea from the other day from I Wonder 6, which is a senior C book, and we're on a mission which we're talking about literature. Okay, it's a typical standard, you know, the types of books you read, the genres, and talks about various other things and so on and so forth. But I thought when we first got into the module, we looked at a great a book, you know, the Diary of Anne Frank, with historical significance, and basically we started talking about the Diary of Anne Frank and what they knew about it. They told me a few things that they knew from school, and I want them to get more into the mood and more in detail of why we indulge and inquire about, you know, people from the past and what we get from that and what we learn. So basically I thought of, okay, so if I just start talking about the Diary of Anne Frank, I hope I said Anne Frank before, not Anne Smith, which just popped in my head. Anyway, what I did is I went into ChatGPT and I said, okay, give me some discussion questions about Anne Frank for my 11-year-olds. Give them a bit of a context. Learning English as a foreign language. Whoops, doesn't matter, we'll pick up the error. So basically it gives me a couple of discussion questions, which is like a warm-up question. What I tend to do, because if they just look at text on the screen from ChatGPT, firstly they're going to roll their eyes. So basically what I tend to do is I open up WordWall. Usually it gives me 10. I can ask for more. Who was Anne Frank and why was she important in history? What was life like for Anne Frank and her family? I actually go through all the questions because remember that this is machine language. This is trained from human interaction. It's trained from articles, from videos, from books that is man-made, and we have to look at the morals and the biasness just in case. Yeah, this is quite nice. Obviously the language here is a bit too much. What I tend to do is I leave it because I'm really into accidental learning, and basically in my word wall I just create an activity. I quite like opening the box, click, I'll do a right click paste, and there's my stories, there's my questions, warm up questions about Anne Frank. Done. And what I tend to do, now that I have that ready, I can share that with you if you want, but basically I have to share it to make it published. And basically what I do is I give them the QR code and they open up on their tablets. I get them into, I'm really into think, pair, share. So I get them into pairs. They think about the questions. They quite like clicking on them. And they talk about them, they discuss them. Then we come back, and as a group, I ask them questions about what did your partner say, what did you feel, and stuff like that. And it actually gets everyone involved in this warm-up process. Anyway, that was quick. Finishing off, don't want to overdo it. I want to show you, there's obviously for, now what's happening with AI, all these apps are coming up. There's character AI. I found another one just before, BitLife AI, and there's heaps of these where you can create your own virtual assistant based on someone else. So what I did is I found one based on Anne Frank. Yeah, I'm Anne Frank. You probably know me from my diary, Ask Me Anthony. Yeah. What happened to you? And I get them generating questions I would like to ask Anne Frank, and it gets quite interesting. Remember, everything the character says is made up, but it really gets into the role of the person you're studying. So this one's called beta.character.ai. There's BitLife AI. There are loads more virtual assistants. You could just play around with ChatGPT or Hugging Face or OpenGPT, whatever GPT service you use. And hope you liked it. And let's have some more.